Yes, hello. This is Thomas Tailade. I'm the chief programmer of Appit in Warsaw. I'm Danish, but I live in Warsaw and control all the software development. I just want to give my opinion about multi-platform development on iOS and Android, and using original tools from Apple or Android. I tried to create a project in Xamarin. I think it was called Mono something before. And of course, you can save some time in terms of small procedures like checking if there is internet that you can put into a common project which is shared by both iOS and Android. But the thing is that today everything is design, and here's nothing to share. I know that Xamarin have tried to make shareable screens, but it's not really working. That's my opinion. I was working with it for 1 year and I had to give up. The client was simply not satisfied. I had several clients on it and I had to stop my subscription. Secondly, it cost money, and this is not usual. Why pay for something which is worse than the original? That I don't understand, and I'm strongly against that. I think you can get similar tools for free, like Office package from Microsoft. You can use LibreOffice. It can read all file types. Actually, it can read more file types than Microsoft Office. So if you want to develop iOS apps or Android apps, I will strongly recommend you to use Xcode from Apple, and a much simpler programming language they made is called Swift, and now the next version is Swift 2. And there's of course a very good reason for that, because they invented something called Objective-C, and many people find it quite complicated because it didn't really matched any syntax you ever seen before, and then you're not productive, then you have to learn a new syntax. When it comes to Android, I will strongly recommend you to use Android Studio, which have Java syntax. I will not call it a real Java language, but it has Java syntax. So if you use Swift 2 in iOS, Xcode, and you use Android Studio, Java syntax, you are very safe. The good thing about Xamarin, because this is not only bad, I think that making constraints in the screens are much easier in Xamarin than it is in Xcode. It can be a little bit difficult to learn this, but on the other hand, when you have it, you have it. And then it's not so difficult. But it was actually much easier in Xamarin than it is in Xcode. Another advantage in Xamarin is that it's C#, and all of us, most of us, have a C# background. So you don't have to learn a new language. But on the other hand, if you're not too technical and you're not too extreme and fanatic about languages, you will learn both a Java syntax in Android Studio and Swift 2 in Xcode. The only thing is that the loops, 4 loops, are now changed in Swift 2, which I don't really understand why they changed it. It's very difficult to read, it's very difficult to understand when you see it first time. Of course, when you use it 100 times per day, you get used to it, but but Swift 2 has improved Xcode significantly. The good thing about Xcode is also the design of screens. It's much easier to design screens. I find that a little bit more complicated and a little bit manual job in Android Studio. In Xamarin, there's too many mistakes. I will not call Xamarin a beta version, but it's absolutely not a releasable version. I know they are saying that this and them are using it, but on the other hand, it's not possible because if you check on the App Store and if you check on Google, there's not many apps released from Xamarin, so it cannot be true. So I will strongly recommend you to use original tools. They are always updated a little bit before the new operating systems are coming out. For example, Apple Watch, when that one came out, 1-2 months before the Xcode was adjusted to this. So that's my opinion. Probably I will get a lot of SHIT for this. But that's my opinion. I've been doing apps for 4 years now, and I tried several multi-platform developing tools and had to give up after 6 to 10 months because you simply couldn't. It was too much work. And yeah, so that was just my small remark to multi-platform developing tools. I never believed in it. I never will use it, and of course if the client insists, I will try to persuade the client not to do it, but if they insist, I have to do it. But usually when the client starts to see the result, after 4 months they change their minds and we start all over again. I hope you like this small video. Please subscribe and please like or unlike or write your remarks. I am very curious about your experience, so we all can learn from each other. Thank you very much.